Namaste and welcome back to today's episode of Mahabharata Matters. In the previous episode, we saw that Arjuna with his brothers successfully brought Drupada to Dronacharya. He had fulfilled his Guru Dakshina to his teacher. As time passed, the Pandava brothers became extremely popular among the people. Due to their growing popularity and demand, Yudhiṣṭira was declared as the crown prince. Dhritarashtra did not have a choice. Obviously, Duryodhana did not like the popularity of the Pandava brothers, and especially now Yudhiṣṭira being the crown prince. Dhritarashtra had the same feelings, but he did not show it outwardly. Duryodhana would constantly approach his father and say that he wanted to get rid of the Pandavas altogether. He even gave an explanation. Satyavati, Amba and Ambalika had retired to the forest soon after Pandu had died. They were not in Hastinapura to stop his evil acts. Bhishma knew of the evil plots Duryodhana and his brothers had executed, but he had still kept quiet all along. So Duryodhana said Bhishma would not be a hindrance. Dronacharya was very fond of Ashwathama, and Ashwathama was a dear friend to Duryodhana. So Dronacharya would not go against the wishes of his son Ashwathama also. Since Dronacharya was married to Kripacharya's sister, Kripacharya also would not go against Duryodhana's wishes. Their only hurdle was Vidura. Vidura always talked about dharma. Duryodhana told Dhritarashtra that let him give his talks. Let's not be worried about Vidura. Duryodhana was relentless and even convinced his father to send away the Pandavas to a far-off place called Vāraṇāvarta for some time. He said if they are away for 1 year, he will gain popularity among people in their absence. Although Dhritarashtra knew about the evil intentions of Duryodhana, he consented. In his silence, he agreed to all the plots that Duryodhana was hatching. Duryodhana saw this as a golden opportunity. He decided to get rid of Pandavas and their mother Kunti while they were staying in Vāraṇāvarta. This would make him the sole heir to the kingdom. He called an architect named Purochana. He instructed him to immediately go to Vāraṇāvarta and create a beautiful palace, but then the materials used to make the palace should be very flammable, like lac, wax, etc. He also told him to hide pots of ghee and oil in different quarters of the palace so that they would catch fire instantaneously. The plan was to burn them alive. Vidura got to know about Duryodhana's evil intentions, but he could not say anything. There were people around, but then he wanted to pass on the message to Yudhiṣṭira. He said to Yudhiṣṭira that when there is a fire, a rat digs a hole and goes out, and the star shall lead its way. This was a hidden message to Yudhiṣṭira. Yudhiṣṭira immediately nodded his head and he said he understood the message. So, what do we learn from this story? Dhritarashtra was ready to yield to his son's whims and fancies, even though he knew he was planning to kill his cousins. When parents yield to all the whims and fancies of their children, they may be going in the wrong path and it could even be dangerous. Duryodhana knew exactly how to manipulate his father because he had intense attachment to his firstborn. When parents have too much attachment to the children, many times the parents get taken for a ride. Parents should be the one leading the children, not the other way around. Vidura hinted to Yudhiṣṭira that there was a ploy being hatched behind their back. He did not tell it in so many words, but he gave them a hint with the example of a rat that escapes during fire. Yudhiṣṭira was intelligent enough to understand the point. For an intelligent man, a small clue is enough. A whole story need not be explained to him. We have to be alert and aware of our surroundings to get the lessons that we need to learn quickly, as Yudhiṣṭira did. Also, Yudhiṣṭira and his brothers knew there was impending danger waiting for them in Vāraṇāvarta. Despite that, they obeyed their elders. Because Dhritarashtra consented for them to leave to Vāraṇāvarta, they left without arguing. That obedience towards elders is something to emulate from Yudhiṣṭira and his brothers. With these thoughts, we come to the end of today's episode. Remember, in this series, we are discussing matters of Mahabharata because even today, Mahabharata matters. Hari Om.